The cold winter weather is coming, and the team at Peerless Boilers, they're ready to help you prepare for this season. It's time to make sure your home is nice and warm for the cold weather. Save loads of money on your fuel bill. Do it now before it's too late and you've got a mess on your hands. Start thinking about replacing your old beast of a boiler with a new high-efficiency Peerless Boiler. Go to peerlessboilers.com, pop in your zip code, and you'll find a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, and proud sponsor of Sid and Friends in the Morning, live from Israel.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman invites you to mark 1 year since Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th. Join us as we come together this Monday, October 7th at 6 p.m. at the Harry Chapin Lakeside Theater in Eisenhower Park. Let's stand together in solidarity with Israel and those held hostage Monday, October 7th, 6 p.m. at Eisenhower Park. For more information, visit NassauCountyNY.gov.
I tell you who's been great to me for years is Gary Angiuli. And what's funny about it is he does the same thing my wife does. My beautiful wife Danielle is a great matrimonial attorney. But Gary has been doing a tremendous job, his firm on Staten Island for a lot of years. And I tell you what, come Christmas, I know this. I'm getting good cologne from Gary. And he is kind enough to also sponsor this big trip to Israel. So, Gary, good Wednesday morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning, my friend. It's nice to talk to you, and I got to tell you, like, I'm ready to start doing push-ups and sit-ups. You got so much energy going on this morning. I think maybe some jumping jacks might even be in order. And let me say, you are my hero for going there. And I was looking at one of your Instagram posts the other day, and frankly, it just about brought me to tears. You know, it was, I think you were in a bomb shelter talking about, people who had been huddled in there and who didn't make it out. And it was just so tragic.
Yeah, you're talking specifically, it was Monday. We were down in the south by Gaza, and we went inside a bomb shelter. And it was across the street from the bomb shelter that Hirsch was in, Hirsch Goldberg. And then when you come out of this specific bomb shelter you're talking about, there's a huge poster, a wooden poster, of Noah, not Noah Argamani, thank God she survived, but blonde Noah, and she died inside that bomb shelter. Beautiful, beautiful girl, young girl. So you're talking about that. There I was standing next to her life-size picture, and she died that day. Look, Gary, this is, it ain't over. That was a year ago, and 2 more Israelis were murdered literally within the hour, only 2.5 hours from where I am, from a Hezbollah rocket here in Israel. So it's important for people like you in New York to care. You're sponsoring this day. That's a very, very big deal for me. But tell the listeners in the next minute or two before we wrap this up why it's so important for you.
Well, so, it's a funny thing. Your previous guest was talking about Lebanon. And it's a long story, and I won't bore you with it, but we've had Lebanese friends for over 50 years. I mean, they've been dear, dear, dear friends to our family. And when we met them in the 70s, and my family did a lot of business with them, I mean, Beirut was the Paris of the Middle East. If you go online and you look at pictures, I mean, Beirut was a modern, high fashion entertainment city where people just had this wonderful life. And now, it's been taken over by zealots, right? And it's just tragic. And what's really more amazing is that, they're launching indiscriminate rockets into Israel. Like, what did they think was going to happen in response, right? What did they think was going to happen? That Israel was just going to say thanks for the rockets? I mean, how is this going to end? At the end of the day, you talk about Iran. When you're talking about Iran, and we're saying, well, what should we do? Well, I mean, I don't know. If I'm Israel, I'm taking out the nuclear facility. Like, what am I going to wait for the bombs to come?
Right. You do it all. You take it all out.
Yeah. I mean, and it's tragic. I mean, obviously the loss of human life, people have nothing to do with it. Some poor guy in Gaza who's running a fruit stand is in the middle of this because Hamas has taken over, what is Palestine. And it's just tragic, right? I mean, it's tragic. The toll on human life, Israelis, Palestinians, people in Beirut, and soon to be people in Iran. I just don't know how this ends. It's just too tragic to watch, and it's gut wrenching. I was watching a woman on television the other day talking about her kidnapped baby, and it was like I just wanted to start crying. I mean, she was crying on television. It's a year later. It's just
terrible.
It's inconceivable. The whole thing is inconceivable. So you're really doing God's work by being there. That's for sure. And,
well, thank you, Gary. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you and Julie. You guys have a great firm, have had a great firm for a very, very long time. You're great to this show. You're great to WABC, and you're a good soul. I know you, Gary. You're a good man. Clearly, what you're doing today is more proof of that. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you and see you again very soon. Thank you.
Okay, my friend. Thank you, and stay safe.
You got it. Gary and Julie right there, folks. You know the firm, the Angiuli Law Firm, and they've been taking care of folks there on Staten Island and across the city for many years.
The Auschwitz Jewish Center Foundation is a not-for-profit organization whose mission is to utilize lessons from the Holocaust to fight hatred and bigotry in all forms through educational programs and provide direct humanitarian assistance to victims of mass atrocities and genocide. Your support helps ensure AJCF's vital work to fight anti-Semitism and all forms of hatred through education. They use the lessons of the Holocaust to honor the past and transform the future for generations to come. For all the details and to support the Auschwitz Jewish Center Foundation, visit ajcfus.org. That's ajcfus.org.